on the mound. He'll make the first start for the White Sox here in spring. For more on the White Sox starter, here's Steve Stone.
There's a look at Wes Benjamin. You see he does have major league experience. It was a tough year for him last year. But with lefties, if they stay healthy, they can at least get a look in spring training. That's why this is so important. When the regulars can't play, especially early, you get a lot of younger guys that have a chance to show what they can do in a major league setting. So although it seems to be a 7-inning meaningless spring training game, nothing for young players in the spring is meaningless.
It'll be 7 today. We've got the Cubs lineup for you as they've sent half of their team over. A split squad day for both of these teams. You see Zach Davis in center field. P.J. Higgins found some major league time last year. He'll catch. Andy Weber at second base. The DH is Nelson Maldonado. Bryce Ball will play first base for the Cubs. Levi Jordan at third. Darius Hill is in right field. That's Kevin Made at short. And DJ Artis bats 9 and will play left field.
Let's take a look at the defense, and this is how they're going to line them up today with Dwight Smith Jr. in left field, Yoelqui Cespedes in center, Andrew Vaughn, a familiar face in right field. Then Jake Berger has third, Romy Gonzalez at short, Zach Remillard at second, and Gavin Sheets has got first base. Seby Zavala is the catcher. We already told you about Wes Benjamin. This is just an ideal day for baseball. The wind is blowing out toward left center. It's right around 81, 82 degrees here on a sun-splashed afternoon, and the boys are ready to play. And I know Connor and I are as excited as they are to see baseball once again, and we're going to kick it off today with a split squad game. The Sox are also playing the Cubs at their home ballpark, as well as this one.
Now, both of them 7-inning affairs. Wes Benjamin on the mound for the White Sox. He'll get things rolling. Zach Davis steps in, bats from the left side, a switch hitter, and the first pitch is down for ball number 1. Benjamin bounced that just a little bit in front of the plate. Steve, we're going to see a couple of White Sox semi-regulars, I suppose. Andrew Vaughn, Jake Berger, Gavin Sheets among them, as Tony La Russa looks to find what he can from everybody here in camp. Benjamin delivers a fly ball out to right. Vaughn takes a few steps back, comes in and makes the play head high. 1 away here in Glendale.
Well, for Benjamin, getting the ball over is going to be the key. The one thing, if you're trying to show that you can belong here, you've got to throw strikes. Anything less is not a really successful outing, and Wes, with Major League experience, shouldn't be overawed by anything he sees today.
Pro camp with the Rangers last year. Down to AAA after that. His first pitch to the second place hitter P.J. Higgins is in there for a called strike. That's Alfonso Marquez behind the plate. 0-1. Benjamin delivers the second, and that's up high. 1-1. Mentioned pitching depth being so important for the White Sox. General Manager Rick Hahn talked about that as we got things started here in spring. Benjamin could figure into that depth as the season goes. Kicks, fires, low and outside. 2-1.
It's going to be an outstanding bullpen. There's no doubt about that. They've added to the bullpen. Graveman and Kelly, certainly great additions to go hand in hand with already what was a wonderful pen.
Pop foul. And Seby Zavala gives it a look, but this will be into the seats. So now 2-2.
You know, it's spring training for the fans also, because that one was booted around a bit. Relatively easy play. It's a high sky. You know, maybe the sun got involved in it.
This is where we work in the spring training cliches out here in Arizona. High sky. Check it off the list. So 2-2 now with 1 away. Wes Benjamin sees a local product, St. Charles East. We're outside Geneva. Next one fouled off to the right side, so account stays 2-2.
Especially early in the spring, you're not going to see too many good curveballs. It's tough enough in Arizona anyway with thin air to throw a good breaking ball. They usually get much better as everybody heads north. But that's one of the keys, getting it over, even if it's not breaking as well as you would like, just throw strikes with it.
This one down, 3-2. Yeah, Benjamin is a control guy. 7.1% walk rate over the last couple. Decent control. He will pound the strike zone, though miss there. Benjamin stares in, has the signs from Seby, and it misses inside. So Higgins will head down to first base with a walk. First base runner of the day. They bring up Andy Weber. He's playing second base for the Cubs. This White Sox team won the AL Central last year. And Ethan Katz, the pitching coach you see there on the screen, a big part of reshaping a lot of deliveries and helping the White Sox pitching staff be as dominant as they were through most of 2021. Benjamin fires, loses the bat. Weber's stick goes into the White Sox dugout. I don't think it scared anyone over there, but for a moment it looked pretty dangerous. So 0-1. Is that a bat you reuse, Steve?
You certainly reuse it, and you hope if you're on that bench that your head's up and watching what's going on the field, because whether it's a baseball lined into the dugout or a bat, it can do you some damage.
I think everybody's all right. This is where a split squad helps out the White Sox. Normally there'd be about 100 more guys in the dugout. More space, though, today.
Yeah, they sent a whole lot of folks to Sloan Park as well as the boys here.
Higgins, the runner at first. Benjamin will kick and fire over there. It's Gavin Sheets playing first base for the White Sox.
We're also seeing something right here that we're not going to see at all starting next year, and that is there's a modified shift. And this will be the last year for that.
More on that in a second. Benjamin looks in. And we'll throw over to first again. No real threat there. Yeah, the shift, it sounds like, should be done next season. Defenses can be wherever they need to be this year. But going forward, that may not be the case.
Yeah, I think it's going to be 2 and 2. 2 on the left side, 2 on the right side. And that's going to aid the hitters, certainly.
The 0-1 to Weber. Swung on, fouled off, left side out of play, so 0-2. You like the idea of banning the shift, Steve?
I don't personally, but apparently the hitters have a hard time adjusting. I would think a major league hitter could actually hit it where they ain't. You remember that saying from years back, but apparently not. So they're going to ban it. I would be in favor of something else. I'd be in favor. You can shift if you want to. Just keep everybody on the infield. So if you want to play 7 guys on the infield on the right side, then play 7 guys there. But apparently they don't want hitters to adjust very much. So they're going to err on the side of offense, which as a former pitcher is not a great thing, but we need more action in the game. I will say that.
There's another 0-2. Check swing. Did he go? He did. And that's the first strikeout of the day for Wes Benjamin. And there's a lot of changes to the CBA, as this was the main conversation. You see there the numbers that came attached to the new system. A $230 million luxury tax was among the key bargaining points between the Players Association and the league. We'll get to a handful of those, but obviously a new playoff system, 12 teams, no game 163s, and a 3-game series to start things. First pitch to Nelson Maldonado is swung on and fouled off behind home plate, so it's 0-1.
There was something else in there. It's $50 million in a bonus pool that will go to what used to be called the Super Twos. Guys who might be eligible for arbitration now won't be before that 3rd year. But the guys who perform at the top end of that will be eligible for part of that $50 million put in there by the owners going to the players.
Higgins takes his lead. Benjamin delivers, and it's a fly ball into center field. Losing track of it a bit is Yoelqui Cespedes, but will make the play fading back to the track. So that